I miss working out so bad. It's killing me. It sucks because it's like I with my job, obviously it is physically demanding, but it's not the equivalent of like I'm training with officers that are like you get people, and this is it's always been like this, and everybody always jokes because the equivalent of saying, you know, you want to catch smoke, like are you ready to throw hands kind of thing. You get a lot of officers that are grown as adults that are bigger than me, and they look like they're, you know, they try to be intimidating, like, oh, I come from the streets and blah blah blah. And I always say the same thing. I was like, if you're ready to catch smoke, these mats are here. We're not going to throw punches, but I'll grapple with anybody. And I every single time, like fucking clockwork, I end up sweeping somebody on the ground, smashing them, making them fucking miserable where they panic, and then I submit them, and they're like, oh, I can see why, and then, you know, it humbles them really quickly. I enjoy that because it's easy work for me, but I'm so badly injured that when I do it, I'm hurting for a couple days. Now, to humble myself, you know, I would do jiu-jitsu and grapple with guys that know how to fight back. That would make me better, and I like physically improving myself to know that any situation I go into, no matter what's going to happen, I know I'm going to come out on top. Being like this, it's like, you know, I have students already. We did our first drill today, and I showed you the caution tape drill where the students are just hitting bags and going up and down ropes like boxers. Tomorrow will be arm bars and stuff, and they'll do that circle of death where they're in the fucking center and they get attacked by 10 people.
That's too much.
Those ones are exhausting, but I don't have to compete in them. They're just doing it, and I show it to them. It's the ground defense because I'm the ground defense guy. I teach everybody, and everybody's like, the minute they start seeing me do sweeps and
they want to do it too.
They're like, oh, I want to. Can I test you on this? Can I try this? And it's like it kills me to not being able to. It's like you being like, hey, bro, you want to go to the gym and lift some weights? Of course I want to. But I can't. And it kills me. Side note. Well, I don't want to take away from part. Are you? What else do you have?
No, I can be done. No, you're energized. You go. You were dead last episode. Have fun.
Yeah, I was. Go. I was struggling.
Yeah. Struggling like these nuts.
Oh, Jesus. So, where you going? Where are you going, big guy? He ran away. I was about to tell him something exciting, and he just walked off. Oh, this is me talking, filling in blank space and air, and there's a movie I wanted to talk about, and then we can be done.
You're embarrassing me.
Have you heard things about the new Mario movie?
I've heard great things about it.
Oh, my God.
I've heard people lose their shit over it.
It is 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
I haven't seen an animated movie that was that good in so long.
Baby girl said it was, not baby girl, but the girl from the bar, she said it was traditional to the old school Mario.
Bro, I'm telling you, like, anytime I would think in my head, are they going to add this? They added. Like, they added Mario Kart, right?
Yeah.
So there's a Mario Kart.
Yeah, I saw the rainbow
and I'm seeing it, I'm thinking, oh, you know, in Mario Kart, when you drift, if you drift long enough, you boost. That's always been my thing. I'm thinking, you know, Mario's got this tiny-ass little car, and DK's got this giant fucking tank with, like, boosters on the side, and he's talking shit the entire time. It's Seth Rogen. So it's funny. Anytime you hear DK do something, you hear every time he does something, he bumps Mario and shit and starts talking shit. And so Mario's turning and he's drifting. And I'm thinking, I'm like, I wonder if they're gonna add the boost. He drifts and then just boosts. I'm like, oh.
Nice. Yep.
They show him hitting the mushrooms, and it's funny because he's going through kind of like a tutorial on how to live in there because they advertise. They do what they should have done with Sonic. Yep. They advertise where Mario is a human, and it's from the old school Mario cartoon. He gets sucked down in a plumbing pipe, and pops up in the Toad Kingdom. And Peach is obviously human, but then when she sees Mario for the first time and meets Toad, she's like, "You're human," and I'm like, they could have done that with Sonic 100 times over, and just animated humans as humans, not bringing actual fucking humans.
Yeah, you should keep it CGI.
So you don't realize that Mario's actually naturally short. Because Peach is doing these drills, and she's doing like an American Ninja Warrior, saying, okay, if you want to go fight Bowser, Bowser has Luigi, because he just finished doing his Luigi Mansion thing, which they added in there out of nowhere. He gets chased by ghosts and fucking the bone skeletons and stuff. Bowser kidnaps him. He goes, yeah, I want to save my brother. And he goes, all right. She goes, we'll go through this drill. And he keeps just eating shit. And she goes, well, here, take this mushroom. He eats the mushroom and grows. And I'm like, oh! I'm like, I always thought Mario was just this size. I forget that he eats the mushroom.
That's the original Nintendo.
Yes. So it was the original Nintendo. He hit one of the things, and you know how the flower comes up.
Yeah.
He doesn't get the flower power, but Peach takes it and starts chucking fireballs and gives it to Donkey Kong, so Donkey Kong can use it. And I'm thinking, okay, what other abilities does Mario get? So when Mario's fighting Donkey Kong, in the old Super Mario, spoiler alerts, I know, I'm sorry, but in the old Super Mario, the one where you would have to blow on the fucking cartridge and put it in the Nintendo 64, they didn't have the ability to put on the cape. So you could run on the cape and fly.
Yeah.
This one, if you got something, you could turn into a cat. could turn into a raccoon where you would run and you flap your tails and fly.
Yeah.
He gets the cat one and is able to fight against Donkey Kong because Donkey Kong's fucking him up. So when they start getting the powers, it turns into dude. It's just fucking crazy.
I will watch.
And then at the very end,
I know.
One of my coworkers that I was working with, the guy I was showing you that was dancing in the video, like he said he went with his kids. He goes, "Have you watched it at the Red Rock?" And I was like, "No." I was like, "We wouldn't watch it at the Orleans."
That's where we're gonna go.
The Red Rock. You pay extra for this.
Really?
You sit in the chairs, and the chairs imitate Mario Kart. I'm like, "What do you mean?" When Mario gets hit, you feel something push you in the back.
They got kickers in the seats.
When you get splashed, when Mario gets splashed, you get splashed. Air blows in your face. The seats move. They made it to match that. So I will, and I never go see movies twice in theaters. I will go see that movie twice in theaters with the girls so I can actually go watch it again.
I want that experience.
Yes, he told me, he goes, it's the best. He goes,
I want that.
You feel everything while you're watching the movie, and the whole movie is just so good.
Well, because we went to Red Rock to see Shazam 2, and we did the IMAX.
Yeah.
The sound in that theater, like, you felt the rumbling of every sound in your soul. You're just like, oh, shit.
Please.
I need that.
Go see that.
Okay.
If you go see it, I will go see it.
Well, because I want to take the little guy to see it, because obviously
Jen loved it. Jen was
knows about new Mario.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, he's like, do you know about this? Do you know about that? I'm like, bro, I've been playing this since before your mom was
Bowser,
born.
dude, was fucking hilarious. He's a fucking tank.
Normally, I don't like Seth Rogen.
There's a dope fight scene where it's like when he comes through. Well, yeah, Bowser is Jack Black.
Oh.
Yeah. There's a fucking part where...
Who's Seth Rogen?
Seth Rogen is Donkey Kong.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
I see what you
Seth
mean.
Rogen is Donkey Kong.
Yes, I'm down.
You can't even tell that Mario is Chris Pratt. You would never even fucking know.
I heard some voice sample. I'm like, he sounds fine.
He sounds fine. They run everything so cool.
Now, he doesn't sound like... Now, I mean, I thought Mario was racist back in the day.
There's an authentic... The OG Mario, the guy who used to do the voices for it, there's a part where him and his brother are showing their plumbing business, like in the human world, and there's a guy playing like a machine, and it's a Super Mario machine, but they pretend not to know that that's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a guy that looks like a more human version of Mario, and he's talking to the brothers who are cartoon characters, and they're like, "Oh, it's we are the Mario brothers," and the guy turns around and he goes, "No, you're saying it wrong. It's supposed to be like this. It's me, Mario." And then he turns, I'm like, I do like Leonardo DiCaprio, like that's the thing. That's the thing. Yeah, it's cool, man. Anything that you think they're gonna hit on, they hit on. The movie 10 out of 10, and I'm super excited because Nintendo is doing this for a reason.
Oh, we're going to get a number 2.
No. Think farther. They have Mario.
Yeah.
They have Sonic.
Yeah.
Who else are they going to add? What's next?
I don't. Well, I mean, you said Donkey Kong was in the movie.
Donkey Kong is in the movie. Bowser's in the movie. Peach is in the music. You have multiple characters.
Yes.
You have Mario. You have Knuckles. You have Tails.
Super Smash Brothers.
They're going to make a Smash.
Fuck me, no.
Because what's coming up next is they're making a Zelda. I cannot wait for that.
That will be gorgeous.
They're going to make a Link one. It's going to be action-packed and everything
no
like that.
live action, y'all. We got to stop with this
live
action
bullshit.
bullshit.
Blend that, Star Fox, and they're going to do a Samus Aran, and they're going to blend that in with Star Fox. So that way you don't have to have multiple movies.
Who's Samus Aran?
Metroid Prime.
Oh, Samus.
Samus, the one that can charge with the blaster and go.
Baby girl.
Because those are the core characters in the first Nintendo ones. All that's left is Kirby. So that's Nintendo starting to... I read something about it, and Nintendo's trying to franchise. They're keeping everybody... Yeah, they're keeping everything else out, but if they implement those people, Star Fox is enough characters in there, Metroid's enough characters, King Dedede and Kirby,
awesome,
Link,
dude.
Sheik, and Princess Zelda, that's more than enough to put Smash together.
Leave me alone. Don't
I
do
can't
it.
wait.
Don't do it, because I've never been a Zelda fan. Lynn's played Zelda, and I've watched him play it.
Yes.
So, like, now I'm watching this girl on YouTube. Her name is Gab
Spolders. The next one's coming out.
She's playing Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about it.
Breath of the Wild is phenomenal.
But I guess Tears of the Kingdom is the next one?
The new one's coming out in a couple weeks. I'm telling you, I was trying to give myself time to not play video games.
No.
And then, you got me in Wild Hearts. I'm doubling back to that because I almost purchased the Resident Evil.
Mm-hmm.
And then I find out Dead Island 2 is coming out.
That's where you're the guy running around in the mall?
That's Dead Rising.
Okay.
Dead Island it's an open multiplayer.
Yeah, when you go to the resort on
the
island.
That one came out in 2006.
Yeah, I remember.
And they just came out with the second one that comes out on the 25th.
What?
Yes.
They remade it, or is it just number 2?
It's an extension. It's number 2. So that's a giant open world zombie game.
Damn.
Right after that is Diablo.
Yes.
In between that is Skyward. Really?
I tried Diablo.
Yeah.
I'm kind of over.
I just like the story.
I
think
prefer
it looks
side scrollers than top-down dungeon crawlers.
Top-down dungeon crawlers are rough.
Like what's that game where you're the little bug dude, and it's almost like it's like you die but you come back and you get like new shit to buy and you keep going through.
What?
Something Knights. It's like you're this little dude and you have this little like helmet, this whole white helmet thing. It's got horns.
Hollow Knight.
Hollow Knight.
Yeah.
I would rather play something like that.
Hollow Knight's fun.
Where it's a side scroller as opposed to top down, and they're feeding me exposition as I'm playing the game. It's like I gotta stop.
Yeah.
Run through the dungeon. I gotta stop. Cutscene. Stop. Dungeon. Cutscene.
I need games that have a good story to them, and I need games that I know if I'm spending $70-something,
right,
you have to take up an immense amount of my time.
Yeah. Don't give me
something that has. Yeah. Don't give me something that gives me 18 hours of gameplay and then all of a sudden I'm fucking done.
Yes.
Like I need replayability, which RE4 will do. Wild Hearts will do. Diablo will do.
Well, it's like my godson came over just before you did, and he put God of War on my PS5.
That's what Ragnarok.
We played the opening scene, not that one, the first one.
Oh,
the first new one,
phenomenal.
It was amazing.
You have it for free,
but I hated it.
Really?
Yeah, because not hated it. Don't get me wrong. I love God of War. I love Kratos. What I mean is, I hated the gameplay where it feels like you're in a movie, and they're taking breaks to let you play a game, and then they take you back.
You
into the movie.
want consistent combat,
right? It's like give me exposition and dialogue.
It's meant to immerse you in the story.
It is, but you might, like I said, they might as well just made a God of War movie.
Yeah,
because that's what the games feel like, and that's what a lot of games.
It gets
feel
farther
like.
into where I liked God of War because yes, the story's very enriching. You get really, really wrapped up into it.
Yes.
But the God of War, it's always about the combat. The combat's so hard.
It is.
You
but
put
there's
it on
so
God
much
mode.
Story in there now, like Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah.
It's so much cinematics.
Yeah.
That's what it is, and it's like you get a break in between cinematics. Okay, I'm going to play. Okay, I'll ignore the stupid unnecessary fucking tutorials, even though they're annoying, and I'm getting into it, and here's another fucking cinematic.
You know what was, like I said, so Breath of the Wild, when I played it, because it sucks is that it's just on a Switch.
Yeah.
Which I have a Switch, which is great, but I want to play it on a console. It reminds me of Skyrim. It's just a giant open world.
Yeah.
Massive.
You're doing the same thing.
I never finished it.
It feels like Elden Ring. Honestly,
yes.
It feels like Elden Ring. You're just running around, finding random stuff, and there's a linear path you can follow, but then there's this big open world. And Wild Hearts kind of does it too, where it's annoying with the cinematics. It's like I didn't need a full cinematic for 2 sentences.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like you just.
What always happened to me is like once it drops me in the village, I'm like, ugh, I don't want to go over here and do random middle quests. And
right.
It's like I have to do
talk
this.
To this person.
And then it becomes repetitive because each monster is I have to track them. I wound them enough, they run away. I chase after them. Most of the fights I can't even defeat them by myself.
It's only fun if you do multiplayer.
Yeah, you have to play with multiplayer.
You know what I mean? So that's what it's like. But when you were playing, what was that game back in the day? Your ship was called the Andromeda.
Andromeda.
It wasn't Far Cry. You're in space. You're named Shepard.
I never played that. I know what you're talking about.
You didn't play that?
Shepard. That's boy.
I know.
People are probably killing us.
I know.
Shit. It was a big game for a while. They came out with 3 of them, but that was one I never played.
I thought you played it.
I know what you're talking about.
But games like that where you're where the conversation is interactive, and I don't feel like I'm just a passenger along for the ride. That I can get behind when I have like a cinematic and I have to respond a specific way or make certain decisions. And it's like, oh, so and so will remember that.
Mass Effect.
Yeah,
I literally Googled in video games in space, and they gave me everything else: Dead Space, Outer Worlds, and then Mass Effect pops up.
Yeah. So like that interactive dialogue, I'm cool with that. But like I was saying, like with God of War, it's just you're watching the cinematic. They drop you into the game, they give you some tutorial, and then you're just fighting to the next cinematic. That's a me thing, and that's just because, like I said, I've seen games go a different direction. Like when we play Legend of Dragoon or Xenogears.
Oh yeah, those were different turn-based.
You didn't have a lot of cinematics. They saved that for like A, it was expensive. It took a toll on the memory. But B, it hit differently. You have the cinematic at the beginning, maybe one in the middle, and maybe one at the end, and those were usually transitions between the discs. You would get a cinematic, and it's like, okay, switch to disc 2, switch to disc 3.
Oh my god, I remember.
You were involved in it.
I remember that.
You know what I mean? Everything wasn't a cutscene, so that's me.
What other games do you have looking forward to now? It's just to wrap this up.
Honestly, I don't.
For the rest of the year
that I'm looking forward to, I don't have any. I'm no longer a gamer like I used to be.
Same. It's rare. Like this year, there are more to come. But I had my PS5 since last year. I've maybe purchased 2 games.
Right.
Life gets in the way where it's like, if I can play, I will play. If I have
Yes.
time, but once I start, I don't stop
And that's
until
the thing.
I
I
start.
want to play with people. I want to do more co-op stuff.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, Wild Hearts is cool. I customized my PS5. Lynn didn't even recognize it when he walked in.
No, I didn't know what the fuck it was when I walked in. It looks like a spaceship.
It's gold. It looks like he said, it looks like an Alienware computer.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's the biggest thing. I was like, Sony, why didn't you just make it like with all these options to begin with?
It costs them
You
money.
could have sold it for $600, and everybody would be like, okay.
It's the fact that you can even buy them now. It's like I had to hunt for mines.
Yeah, and I just
And
went
now
on
you're the
Amazon.
third person that told me that they just bought it from somewhere. They
Yeah, I
went to
just went
Walmart
on
and picked it up.
Amazon.
I'm
It's
like,
like,
fuck off. All right.
We're gonna go ahead and wrap this one up. You know, guys, this is us having personal episodes, and I don't mind it personally.
No, it
We
feels
try
good.
to find events to talk about. If it's something cool, if not, we're gonna make it personal, and that's just what we like to do. We're working on the videos. We promise they'll be here soon. We do what we can. What we got other than that, check us out on all of our social media. Links will be in the descriptions below. If you're on Patreon, the full episode. If you're on YouTube, you're gonna have to wait till I upload part 2 in the full episode later on down the road. So you might want to, go check out our Patreon,
Please.
if you want first dibs.
We
got merch in this he's house. Me and my fiance are starting a business. I wrote a book. It's on Amazon. Lynn's Mr. Potato Head. I'm D. We're Project Airwaves. Keep your head in the clouds.
And keep your feet on the ground, always moving
Thank
forward.
you so much for your time, attention, and patience. We love you. We will see you in the next episode. You did so good.
Real good.
Chef's kiss. Bye-bye.
Blah.